I'm from EC. I'm from EC. I'm from EC. I'm from EC. Better have a wrist if you wanna be a pitch man.
All right, welcome back to Fed Talk 101, the last installment of this season, episode 6. I got a real great guest here today who's going to also be a co-host of this show, a great brother who goes by, formerly went by the name Red from 30th. Real good brother, spiritual, very enlightening with his knowledge, wisdom, and especially the science of law, which is very important for this episode. I say this last episode to speak about 5K1, which is substantial government assistance, Rule 35B, outside government assistance. And we'll get into all that during the show. So, I'm going to give y'all a little time for Red to introduce himself and his guest, my new little homie. You know what I'm saying? So I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank everybody that's been reposting, adding, and all that. We're going to keep this going. I went to the Independent Black Film Fest in Atlanta. Shout out to Ray Jr. and the staff. I met a lot of good people that's behind me to further this whole endeavor. So, it's a blessing. I met a lot of great guys out of the city. Fred Ward, shout out to him. Red, which we'll get into that. It's an honor and a privilege to have him sitting right here. And we'll get Red the floor, let Red speak. Then we'll get into the topic of discussion.
I'd like to first off thank you and appreciate you taking the time to give me the opportunity to be able to meet you and be able to be here with you, because first of all, you conduct yourself in a good, positive manner by trying to re-enlighten a lot of lost minds about what's going on in the world and trying to drop a jewel, because there's a lot of people that needs to be given some knowledge. Because sorry to say, it's a lot of younger-minded people that are just not really driving for the real, true knowledge and understanding of life, and therefore they mess around doing too much of learning the bad things in life instead of trying to seek to obtain the real, true knowledge, what needs to be understood.
Right.
Now, to move on, I'd like to introduce myself. Like you said, my name is Muhammad Red Dye, meaning Red is my nickname. My real name is Muhammad Dye. Me, personally, I like he said, I'm from 30th Projects in the city of Cleveland, and me personally, I also previously learned knowledge from me previously was dependent on attorneys, but I understood that the attorneys don't really properly represent you. They're not about to sacrifice their whole career for nobody. Therefore, I had to get the understanding to learn how to represent myself. Therefore, I was representing myself, and I was beating cases in the state level. So they miraculously decided to plot, plan, and work together to try to transfer against me into the federal case. And they made all of us make me into a main target, but they wanted all of us to be against one another. And that's what they try to do. They try to really trick a lot of minds. But all of us ain't go for the gusto. A lot of us stood strong and stood hard. So therefore, it's a lot of sign that shows the weak and the strong, the real and the fake. That's what it's all about. Sometimes you got to see who's really with you and who against you. So therefore, it's all something about a word of wisdom. Life is a learning experience, and you got to be able to try to advance yourself, elevate yourself, and take the bitter with the sweets, the ups with the downs. So therefore, I appreciate for you, like you said, having me here, and I'm trying to do whatever I can do to, like you said, to try to enlighten a lot of people and try to also be able to utilize myself to serve a greater purpose and to benefit as many as I can, and to be able to assist you on the positive direction that you carry yourself on. So therefore, I appreciate you for having me.
Right. So I'm going to get into just kind of a little more introduction as far as who you are, which make it an honor to me, because a lot of people don't have knowledge of the city, and I pride myself on having knowledge of what goes on in this city. And, even though I'm from East Cleveland, St. Clair area, I still be knowing what's going, because I'm a people person. And I got a lot of good ties throughout the city. So in 2006, I was, strike that
It was 2006.
2006, 2006, 2007, I was fighting the case. Well, several cases that I was out on bond for at the time. And while your conspiracy was going on, the Dirty 30, wasn't it called?
Yes, that's what they labeled us as.
Right,
That's
they
what
labeled it the Dirty 30, if I'm mistaken. So at that time, I met a lot of good brothers in the county jail before I was able to bond out because I had a warrant that was on the case. So, with that being said, I was able to learn a little more about you and everything because everybody never spoke nothing but good about you, all the good uplifting things you did in your section of the projects, the money you was getting, and the way you was helping them brothers down there. So everything I ever heard was always great, and it made me like, damn, I want to meet him. He seemed like a good brother. Howie, which is a real good friend of mine, Free Howie T, Hayes, of course, Cheese, my man. We ended up meeting in the feds again, and where he was telling me how you was real good with the law, beating your cases and gave the time back. Because originally, how much time did you have?
They had sentenced me to 292 months. Me, fortunately, I was not able to get the time back legally. What it was is they changed the crack cocaine law to 1801 under Obama. Obama never made it retroactive. What happened was when Donald Trump got into office, he made the law retroactive. Therefore, they had to reduce our time. So therefore, they had to release me because my time was basically over. I overseed the amount of time that I was supposed to be given.
Right.
Therefore, they did immediate release of me. But that was the only way I got out sooner than expected because it was a lot of things that they did during our case that they violated us, meaning they lied to the grand jury to get us indicted. They violated our speedy trial rights. They did so much stuff.
Right.
But the feds, they make the laws and they break the laws. And one thing about it, when you in there, they making sure that they deny everything that they can. They not trying to let you out.
Right.
So therefore, some things be seeming like it's easy, but they'll try to go do whatever they can do to prevent you from letting you out. Because it was another thing that they did too. They sentenced us for a school zone, and they sentenced us for A41. And the school zone gave us 2 additional points. And they said they can't do that because it's double jeopardy. I tried to challenge that under 2255, and my judge denied it.
Right.
So it's a lot of stuff that they do that they not even allowed to do, but they do it, and they always try to prevent from you allowing or granting you the opportunity to go to the higher levels, meaning going to the Court of Appeals, and the Supreme Court don't even accept cases. So therefore, everything is basically designed to keep us in instead of letting us out.
All right. So then what this is right here is the sentencing guideline table for those that have never been to the feds that probably can't see this. I'm gonna get a little closer for y'all. So y'all can see what this is. 5.
You got it too high. Yeah.
So this is how they place you in the category to see what time you're gonna get. Because the feds, everything etched in stone. This right here is what gives people their time. It don't matter what kind of lawyer you got. It don't matter what judge you have. This right here is what gets you your time. This is set in stone. This is what the judge have to go by in most cases. So when he said that they cheated them, I said 30th was in the school zone. I don't even know what school is close to yours.
Oh, it was 3 schools on. It was Jane Addams High School. It was Marion Sterling Elementary School, and they also said it was St. Patrick Day. They said it was that's like a little daycare. They said it was 3 schools, and they said we was 1,000 feet between all them schools. But one thing about it, they double jeopardy. They couldn't sentence us for both of them, and that was double jeopardy because in Sixth Circuit, they said they couldn't do that. They reversed the case, and they told them you can't 841 and 860. So therefore, they were supposed to resentence us. Everybody didn't challenge it, but I did challenge it.
Right.
My judge never took in consideration of allowing me or to grant anything on my 2255. But the judge also gave me 4 points for being a leader too.
Right.
It's like you said, you was trying to explain something to you. Some things, I don't care what somebody do. If your base offense, meaning it could be your first offense. If it's a mandatory minimum, meaning 5 years, if you got a mandatory minimum for amount of drugs, you supposed to be doing that mandatory minimum 5 years. I don't care if it's your first case or not. You supposed to be doing that mandatory 5 years.
That's what the law state.
Only way you gonna get up under it, you gonna be working with them.
Gotta cooperate.
Meaning, if it's a mandatory 10 years, only way you about to get up under that 10 years, you about to be working with them. You about to provide them with some information.
Yeah.
That's the only way you about to get up under them 10 years. It's one hand wash another.
Yeah.
So some people be trying to say, no, they ain't do this, they ain't doing that. But I'm gonna let you know right now, they disguising everything to make it seem or appear as somebody ain't did nothing. But one thing for sure, in order for like you said, the judge is supposed to go according to them guidelines, unless the prosecutor, then cut a deal with them.
For a downward departure.
Correct. For a downward departure, and that's what it is.
And what a downward departure is, again, as I said, the base offense level is right here. And it'll tell you from 1 to 43, 43 being natural life, 1 being a walk in the park. So this is your base offense level. And it depends on your crime where you fall at. So let's just say you fall in the base offense level 10, and your criminal history is the worst criminal history. So let's see what that is. Base offense level 10, criminal history 6, 13 or more points. And the points go off how many prior arrests that you had that was for 1 year, which is 12 months or more.
We ain't gonna say arrest, we gonna say convictions.
Convictions.
Yeah.
Correction. Thank you. That's why you're here.
Convictions, because it could be misdemeanors, it could be felonies.
Convictions.
Convictions.
Right. That's a fact. So every conviction that you had that carried over 12 months, you get 1 point for that.
No. If it gets over 12 months, you get 2 points. Them felonies.
Oh, the felonies is 2 points.
Misdemeanors is one point. Yes.
Right. Correction. 2 points for every felony. So category 6 being the worst category you could be in, base offense level 10. The guidelines for that is on the low end, because it's 2 ends, the high end and the low end. The high end is 30 months. The low end is 24 months. So by law, this is what the judge is supposed to go by, the prosecution, everything. They have what's called a pre-sentence report, where they'll let you know what you're looking at before your case starts. And dudes will be coming in, and people that study the law and know this, and more, will be like, well, how did this dude with this case get this much time? So that's what's the relevancy of the paperwork. This is why in the Federal Bureau of Prisons, the prisoners will make it a code, an ethic, to check everybody's paperwork in the United States penitentiary level. I never was in the FCI.
And like you said, it goes by, like you said, your age and your conviction. If you young and you got a lot of convictions, you going to a USP. Like you said, you going to a USP.
Sent me to one.
And
I never left.
And one thing about it, like you said, you getting that paper check. And if you ain't right, hey, you better go to that hole.
And you got 30 days from the moment them people bring you in that unit, on that compound, wherever you at, far off in the mountains, you got 30 days to get all your paperwork. Now, every case is different. If you got a conspiracy, the requirements is a lot more tedious. You got to get a lot more stuff to prove that you're not hot. And in the feds, hot mean a snitch. Them 3 letters have got many people killed. That's why a lot of people out here play around with that snitch word or insinuating that someone's hot. I don't do it. I'm sure he don't do it. Anybody that's did serious pen time in the feds, don't play around with that hot word, man, because it got a lot of people killed, man, even under wrong false pretenses, because everybody can't interpret the law. So if you can't interpret the law, you can't read the law. Those go hand in hand. How somebody that can't read the law, which of course you can read, but you don't know what you read. So when I say read the law, your mind can't interpret what you reading. So if you can't interpret the law, how you gonna say that this dude is hot when all you looking for is the same two numbers and 1 letter, 5K1 or 35B?
Well, no, it's not, because I'm gonna let you know you could have proffered. I'm gonna let you know they didn't change it where somebody could have did some snitching, and they didn't mess around and proffered too.
Right.
So therefore, it's different things. Like I said, they trying to minimize it, whereas though a lot of people then did some cooperation with the. It's just, we gonna say the United States attorney, or we gonna say in the States, all different type of stuff, but they trying to make sure they put it in an undisclosable way where it's hard to be able to find out.
Yeah.
Because they trying to mess around and
Protect
keep all they
snitches.
all they
They wanna
stuff up
protect
under the closet, in this closet.
See, and what I was saying
So
was, them dudes, I seen dudes that act like they know the law and to say, well, this person is hot, and they misreading the dude's paperwork, because you know it's going to have the standard clauses in a lot of these like different circuits. So it might say, and one dude paperwork I read, it said that if he cooperated, that, and it was a clause, the box wasn't checked that he did it.
Yeah.
It was just a standard form. And on the standard form, you know that section is on there. So I'm not in that circuit, so I can't say, well, because that's on there, even though it ain't checked, he hot. But I seen dudes and beat dudes up, take all their stuff, and send them on their way. And now the man ain't got nothing no more. He got to start his bid over. We don't know if he was hot or not, because in actuality, we never seen where he testified on nobody. But just because he's from another circuit and this paperwork say if, you know what I'm saying, there's been dudes that jumped the gun as Superman that just like to do that.
But I'm gonna let you know, there's some people who didn't testify against me. That don't mean they didn't snitch.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know, I filed some Freedom of Information Act papers when I was locked up, and I found out a lot of stuff be blanked where you don't know who this you might not know who this person is, but me, I was spending time to find out, like, who could this be? But then they said this person was in jail in 2005. This person had a phone in my name, and I only had a phone in 2 people's name, and only one of these people was in jail in 2005.
Right.
So therefore, I already knew who this person was. I'm like, oh, this dude snitched. He up been telling. Oh man, come on, man, this dude up been lying, and a lot of the stuff was lying. Me personally, I ain't never want to be looking down on nobody. Me, I'm trying to let you know wherever I'm making some money from, whatever, I'm trying to let you know I'm cutting you. I ain't about to be the middleman. I'm sending you straight to the direct connect, meaning ain't nothing I'm doing that you can do. And if you doing better than me, I wouldn't be mad at you, excuse me. I want you to do, if you do better than me, so be it. But guess what? I ain't trying to hold nobody down. I'm trying to lift each other up, because I'm trying to be part of the solution, not the problem, because that's how my eyes is. Either you part of the problem or you part of the solution. Ain't no in between.
Right.
But one thing about it, don't get into it if you can't take the consequences for your actions. Stand up, man up. Don't be trying to get the pointing the finger. You should have thought about that before you got yourself into what you was doing. This is something that you got to calculate before you even get started. If you can't do the time, like you said, if this your first time ever doing it, and you looking at 15 years, you should have thought about that before you did it. Because like you said, this ain't gonna be no easy road, and it's something that you can't turn into a career. A lot of things people don't be understanding until it's too late. But you should have thought about that a long time ago.
Yep.
One thing about it, ain't no time to be wearing no dresses now. You thought you was a man, now it's time to show yourself being a man. Stand up, man up. All that faking and all that tough man stuff, go ahead, be that man. Be tough. If you get hit on the head, hey, man up.
Keep being tough.
Mm-hmm.
Keep being tough. Don't cower out and get in front of them white people. Then a lot of dudes get to being girls and letting them do whatever they want to them and having them, telling everything, stuff them people ain't even want to know.
Because they doing the same thing. They bending you over and you getting F by them. Either way it go. Because you ready to give them all unnecessary information. And they ain't got nothing to do with what you got yourself into. You got yourself into it. You wrote that check, your butt gotta cash it. Don't make somebody else try to cash the check that you wrote.
Again, innocent people locked up, taking them away from their families. How many people told on you on your case?
Oh, man. What it is, they said, how many people got on the stand on me? I think it was like 6 or 7. 7 of them got on the stand on me. But it was more that told on me. It was more that some of them ain't just get on the stand because of one thing about it. I made sure I went to trial because of one thing about it. I like to see them dudes get up there and make. And I'm gonna let you know, a lot of them got up there and they was lying on me.
Yeah.
Cause one of them talk about I was selling them some 50 blocks. I was never selling no 50 blocks or nothing like that because I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me. They told me, don't sell no weight because of them dudes will be quick to tell on you. They said before you mess around and get yourself in a situation, let a fiend tell on you than somebody else because the fiends ain't gonna tell on you.
Right.
Some of your dudes will tell on you. So therefore, the dudes who's trying to tell on me, man, one of them, they was trying to tell on me, meaning it was a informant. And he owed me some money. I got my money from him. He said, I was trying to get some drugs from you. I said, all right, I'm going to send my brother. I left, man, I'm leaving. The dude said, man, I'm leaving. I see somebody a little bit distant from the place I'm leaving. I was like, somebody think I'm about to go over there and sell us some drugs. I'm like, I ain't about to sell them. I think that dude police. He said, shoot, I'll go sell them. I said, you go ahead. All right, I'm telling you right now, I think he police.
Yeah.
He go serve him. And he go say, he go blame it on me, say I sent him. Yeah. Now goes back to what I just said. You wrote that check out. I told you to do police, and you go take care of him. That's on you, man. I warned you and everything. You put your foot in that rat trap. So therefore, you supposed to mess around and stand up, man up.
It's like Pay the Fool. How the cop kept trying to get Ace to serve him. Ace knew he was fucked up. Ace sent Cam when he figured Cam was fucked up. And Cam wouldn't have served him, it was a setup. So you just went with your intuition. But
like you said, it was brothers sticking together. It was 3 brothers got on the stand on me. All of them got on the stand. All of them trying to say I was selling them drugs, and man, they was lying. One of my co-defendants' brother got on the stand on him, man. Oh man.
Yeah, see, it's crazy because when I was in the county, I'm going to tell you the individual name off the air because I ain't seen nothing, so I can't stamp it if he hot or not. But his name came up and several times. I even told him about it when I was in the state because Howie and them was down there with me, and he was still on the street. But when I met the dude, we going to visits. We all on the same unit. 11A in the county, so we play chess and everything. Fast forward, I beat my case. I get out. He get out. He beat his case. Remember they caught the fighting case? Howie, another dude, and some other people when they was fighting.
Yeah.
A lot of them got locked up, and then your indictment hit.
Yeah.
Boom. Homeboy ended up beating his situation. You probably know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you more. So he get out. I get out. I see him in the Mirage a couple times. So I spin him. So then I see him again. He like, man, I'm with my Cliffview dudes. And he like, man, I see you every week. I've been calling while you ain't answer. I'm like, all right, look. I give him the phone. Like, boom, put your number on both these phones. So he called me. I lock his numbers in. So we meet me. So when he meet me, he like, I want a half. So I'm like, all right. He looked like a nerd. You know what I'm talking about. Look like
Yeah,
cold.
I know. I know
look like
exactly
cold
who you.
nerd. I know you know.
I knew who you was talking about. Yeah.
So I'm like, Judge Bullby's cover, I go get him 20 grams. I'm thinking he want the half, boo. So he like, what's this? I'm like, nigga, that's 20 grams. You said you want a half? He like, no, I want a half a brick. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Boom. More of the story, right then and there, he bought a half and he wanted another one. So I'm like, damn, I'll never judge a book by its cover again because this nigga came to get the whole thing. And I'm thinking he only wanted a little 14 grams or something. So, boom, moving forward, when I go down, later on in 07, they pulled all type of tricks, made this dude named Stephen E. Gall a judge after he secured, he was a prosecutor after he secured a conviction on some bullshit drug case. And they were just mad because I kept beating violent cases with my lawyers. So me, Howie, and all them, and Mansfield, and I'm like, damn, bro, what they talking about? Howie, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he said he gonna tell you. So he right here, hold on. So I get Howie the phone. He like, yeah, nigga, you know, this what they saying, such and such. So he get the phone back, this, that, and the third, but they was telling me he told on you and shit. And I'm like, damn.
No, I know who you talking about. I know who you talking about. He ain't, no, I ain't never seen nothing. When I got out, I hollered. No,
You heard that too, though.
I heard it, but no, I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen nothing because not one thing about it. He had got a nice car, everything, but no, I ain't never seen nothing. But I'm about to say, if you about to disclose something that I ain't know nothing about, because I'm always I'm an earful, because down me, somebody didn't do something that I don't know nothing about, because I'm gonna let you know, sometimes you don't be able to hear or see everything, especially when you didn't pull the disappearing act, because I did a disappearing act for almost 13 years.
Right.
You don't know everything that went down.
Right.
But one thing about it, I can't say nothing. Especially now, I don't think he did nothing. To my knowledge, I don't think he did nothing.
That's why I ain't put that on him. You know?
I can't. One thing about it, to my knowledge, I don't think he did nothing. I can't say he exactly never did nothing, but to my knowledge,
he ain't do nothing to you that you know of.
No,
right. And that's why I just never went off that.
I'm gonna let you know. I ain't gonna like you said. I'm not gonna never. If somebody did something, I'm in their face, and I'm gonna let you know I'm ready. I'm ready to do some damage, because I don't play like that, man. You wrote that check, man. You supposed to cash it, man. I can't stand snitches. I can't, because one thing about it, you playing with somebody's life, man. Because when you go to jail, you guaranteed to go in. Ain't no guaranteed you coming out. Because you never know what's going to happen while you in there, man. You can mess around and kill somebody while you in there, or you can get killed. So therefore, some people don't be understanding that, man. You don't know what's going to happen while you in jail, man. They never been in them situations. And federal jail is different from state jail, man.
Totally.
They think feds, you getting treated better because of you getting better privileges, man. They don't know that's worse. And you ain't even in Ohio, man. They don't understand nothing about the feds, man. I'm gonna let you know, they was bouncing me around all. I was with
Jesus
like
therapy.
10 to 12 spots, man. They was bouncing me around.
I did 9 spots.
They
bounced me around.
Yeah, they was bouncing me around all.
You gonna see the globe.
One thing about it, they trying to break your mind. Anytime they can get inside your head, the body is dead.
Yeah.
And that's what they trying to do. They try to break you mentally. Because guess what? They either want you on some pills, or they trying to do something to try to take your finesse, your polish, and they trying to prevent you from serving your purpose of life. Allah Almighty created all of us for a purpose, and they trying to take that quality and that capabilities of us serving our purpose away from us. But it's up to us to allow it. And that's why a lot of people get broke. They get to mess around with them boys in jail.
Yeah.
They get to mess around with them drugs in jail, that K2, all that stuff they get to doing, and it's meant to destroy us. But it's, like I said, it's a challenge, and it's to separate the weak from the strong, the real from the fake.
That brings me to another point, not to cut you off. It also, just for those that don't know, a dude paperwork can be straight. He could be cleaner than the Board of Health, stand-up guy as far as his paperwork go. But that don't mean he not a snitch because they got what's called institution snitches. Yeah. So if you think for 1 second that people not committing crimes, getting money and things like that, even on the big scale, on a conspiracy and federal custody, you sadly mistaken. A lot of those dudes, not a lot of them, but certain individuals who the shoe fit will be what's called institution informant, which they work for SIS, Special Investigative
Special investigative staff.
Right. Then they got the SIA, which is the Special Investigative Agent. His job is for the staff members, misconduct and all that. He's employed by the OIA, Office of Internal Affairs. But back to the people that's institution hot. So now they got a group of people who get paid to stop people from making money, cell phones, killings, stabbings, gang activity. You have a lot of those dudes that be claiming gang, sue, wound, crippling, and all that, but then they get caught down bad doing something, whether it's fucking a boy or get caught with some drugs, and we on the yard. That's the yard that everybody want to be on, and now he got to get rolled out. Well, he's finna tell. So now he in debrief. So when he debrief, he ain't told, and now he ain't good no more because his gang gonna kill him. He can't go nowhere else in the United States at all. That's an active yard. They got what's called active yards. They got non-active yards. The non-active yards is for the sex offenders, child molesters, snitches, first and foremost. You can walk freely on them yards. Anything goes. Your paperwork can be dirty as it want to be. You can fuck 100 million faggots. You can rape 1 million kids and be there. This the type of stuff that goes on these yards that stand-up people like us would never walk on. We would never walk on them type of yards because that ain't on our resume. But
I can't say that because I'm going to let you know. Is if you mess around, the reason why I say that is if your status dropped, because my status was dropping, and you get down to them lows, like you said, a lot of them lows.
But it's not a dropout yard.
No,
Right, so we speak about dropout yards.
Yeah, now, like you said.
We not going to no dropout yards.
Of course not.
Right, like Coleman 2 and USP is specifically for dropouts. People that debriefed on their gangs or institution hot, did stuff or got those type of cases. So, we would never get sent there because we active dudes. We don't have those type of problems or worries. And that's what those dudes do, man. So, again, dude paperwork could be cool and clean, but he could be an institution rat. And, 2 things in the feds that you can't have for long. Being hot and being the faggot. Those 2 things, you can't have those things, man. It's going to come out eventually because somebody you around 1 million people from all around the world. And you can't, everybody watching at all times. It's one big open area, man. And it's virtually impossible to sneak and do anything, man. So eventually it's going to come out. You might slide on 1 million different yards, man, but all it takes is that one solid dude to come, get off the bus, and know some dirty laundry on somebody. And yeah, they're going to shut the yard down, man. And in the feds, it ain't a whole bunch of fights, man. The fights is with knives. Everybody got knives, man. Tall shit, too. And I know little bitty pocket rockets. They got tall swords, and they using them, man. Stab you everywhere but the bottom of your feet, man. And a lot of dudes don't mind killing you. See, that's what's different between the state and the fed. In our state jail, and I've been in all the worst ones, Lucasville, Mansfield, Death Row on Mansfield, all that, man. Toledo, when it was rocking and rolling. Yeah, you got people that might use a weapon, but on the average, man, in the state of Ohio, we fighting. We kicking ass like that. But in the feds, they killing you, man. You come to that knife fight with your fist if you want to. They gonna stab you in the motherfuckers. As soon as you put them motherfuckers, they gonna stab you in the motherfuckers, man. Those people was killing. They serious about that shit, man. And it's crazy because, boom, you get off the bus, you walking with the whole group of people that got off the bus with you. Y'all got y'all bedrolls. And when you walk in your designated area, you got a million people everywhere. And you don't know nothing because either you just started or you at your first spot, which is akin to just starting. But if you've been around, then cool. But just let's deal with just starting. People that just start walk in and they just looking around, they seeing everybody. Most people that's doing time in them pens, they not even finna be talking to you like that because don't nobody know who hot and who not hot until somebody clear you. Till you show your paperwork to some solid people that's respected enough that we won't think like, oh, he just saying he ain't hot and he hot. No, it got to be somebody that's have respect enough where we could take his word for it, be like, okay, he stamping. Red, he good? If Red say he good, then okay, because he's an upstanding dude, his reputation exceeds itself. But you not about to get cleared by no just anybody. You get off that bus and you come on them yards, you got to go through that chain of command to show that work to normally it's going to be a person in that unit out of your car. What's a car? In the feds, everything is geographical. Meaning, if you from Cleveland, that make you a part of the Midwest. Do you have to be a part of the Midwest? No. If you tough enough to stand on your own, they got what's called man time, where you just to take care of yourself and you ain't worried about nothing else. You got you. I did that after a while because it's called politics, prison politics. So boom, sticking with the car thing. You from Ohio, you on Midwest time. The Midwest consists of Illinois, Nebraska, Iowa, Michigan, Indiana, Oklahoma, Minnesota. Am I forgetting anything? That's pretty much it. Now boom, look at the states that I said. Oh, Kansas, Kansas and St. Louis, Missouri. So you being from Cleveland and you get in a unit where it's a bunch of people from all these areas except Cleveland. Them dudes gonna try to handle you. You know what I'm saying? If you going for it, cause you not from where they from, and then them dudes play favorites. Like it's a bunch of Kansas City dudes. They gonna be on their Kansas City shit, vice versa. So I learned quick that I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna clear my paperwork out of respect of the how things go, cause I don't never want nobody to get a misconception that oh he going on man time or he just doing him because he hot. Nah, I don't even play like that. I'm gonna clear my work. As soon as it come in, boop, take it to whoever in the unit that I deal with that's solid. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't give your paperwork to just anybody. Because you got some dudes that read paperwork looking for stuff to tell on. So I learned to give my work to somebody I'm dealing with that's respectable. Probably another person, that I don't deal with, but that's a good dude. I'm going to pick who I give my paperwork to. Because once you in long enough, you learn that you don't let nobody just treat you any type of way. You gonna be a man and handle yourself like a man. So yeah, here go my work. Boop. That y'all do y'all. I'm gonna do me. I'm from Cleveland, East Cleveland, to be exact. I don't want nothing to do with none of y'all got going on. Now, out of respect that I'm from Cleveland, if it's up and it's righteously about something that's righteous, I aid and assist. Yeah, I aid and assist. You know what I'm saying? And what that is, meaning that when it's wartime, I'm gonna go to war with y'all. But I ain't looking for none of y'all politics. Keep it away from me. I don't need y'all for nothing. Y'all don't need me for nothing. And that's that. And my time went smoother like that. Because when you come through that door, they're going to ask you one thing. What time you on? And once you sign that verbal contract and you say, I'm on this time or that time, let's just say South time. Now you subject to the South rules. Let's just say you say Muslim time. Now you subject to Muslim laws. So when you come through that door, you got to know already what you signing up for and abide by those rules. Because if not, it's going to be problems. So I don't deal well with other people's rules because it might be shit that I don't agree with. And I ain't no sucker. So I don't just go for sucker shit. I'm going to speak against it. And I'm going to stand on it. So that's why I just learned quick after dealing with people and all that stuff, seeing how dudes might not, they want to politic this dude because they don't like him. That was another thing that was a problem. I don't like Red. He get a lot of visits. He got a lot of good commissary stuff. Them dudes broke, so they want to run you up because you do yourself, you don't fuck with them, and they want to be like, well, Red don't come to our meetings. Now they want to politic you saying he ain't a homie. Well, how ain't he a homie? Because he don't come to the meetings? Yeah, but we told him. Well, who told him? Well, such and such told him. And what happened? He ain't come, so we finna run him up. There ain't no motherfucking way. And this the type of shit that go on in the feds when you have them feeble-minded dudes trying this shit, bro. I did 125 months behind the walls, bro, and rock and roll everywhere I've been. So that taught me quick, like, if I don't sign up to be with these dudes when I get on the yard, I don't got to go through none of that. I ain't got to worry about no meetings. I ain't got to worry about hearing nobody else's problems. I don't got to worry about having to go get some ice and all this and get ready for a lockdown because such and such, and them finna jump on such and such. I kept that shit away from me and did me, bro. And I'm such a cool and respectful dude that I was able to sit at any table I wanted to. So the seating arrangement wasn't nothing because when I'm cool, I'm cool. I want to sit at your tables. I want to live in your cells because that's a way, a form of oppression. Because if you saying you cool but you still living in that cell, that's a trick waiting to happen. We could wait till you go to rec, steal all your stuff out your cell, and then have somebody crash on you. And it's the type of stuff that go on, so I learned quick, like, damn, to be aware is to be alive. That's my saying. I was aware of how they was moving. So I just did me, you know what I'm saying? And it's just so much with that Fed shit is chess.
That's what it is. And one thing about it, like you said, life really, for real, is a chess game where you got to make every move 3 moves ahead of time because a lot of times that's what the government be playing, chess, and we be playing checkers. They be already having things already pre-calculated long before we even be thinking about it. They already be plotting, planning, and executing, and we steady be like, what is they doing? What is they doing? But they already know what's going on and what's just like, I want to get you back to what you was concentrated on because we never spoke on that Rule 35. That's another thing.
Right.
People be in jail, be trying to figure out, they been gone too long, and they be trying to make a mysterious way to get out sooner than expected. They ain't about to get no time reduced, just no quick, easy way. They be messing around doing some backdoor telling,
Right.
and they be getting that Rule 35. That's a snitching too, man. It's a lot of people that...
What a Rule 35B is, if I'm correct, because it is the B, right?
Yep.
Okay, Rule 35B is, and what those numbers and letters is all under the statutes or the sentencing guidelines. Everything is under the statute. Every statute has a criteria. So the Rule 35B criteria is outside substantial government assistance. And what that is, let's just use the example. Hypothetically speaking, the rumor is Big Meech supposed to have some girl help him get out by telling and setting people up. How true it is, who knows? I ain't seen the paperwork, but we just using that as an example. Meech was gone from 2005 to 2024.
No, I don't think it was 2005 he was on because I ain't get to hear about his case until I was in jail in 2008.
No, he got picked up in 05.
I'm going to let you know. He probably got let out.
Or you think he was let free?
Because I'm going to tell you, I don't think they picked him up for real until 2008. I'm serious because I'm going to let you know. The media catch everything. I ain't hear nothing about his case when we was in jail. His brother ain't tell him to take a plea and think it's just like 2007 or something like that. He ain't take no plea until like 2007, 2008.
Right.
I don't think I ain't never heard nothing about this case while we was going.
No time and case.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's
or
say
in
2008.
2005. They say 2005, but I said I don't think he was in
You don't
jail.
remember him being locked up then?
Huh?
You don't remember? He'd probably, he'd been in the South though.
2005? No, I remember because I'm gonna let you know. That stuff catch your mind. A lot of stuff will catch your mind, especially them. They go promote anything, like you said. This is almost a billionaire for selling drugs. Meaning he had $300 or $400 million, and he wasn't in jail that long. I'm gonna tell you, when he got in jail, they eventually moved him to the SMOOP program.
I heard that.
I was in the SMOOP program.
I was in Lewisburg.
I was in Lewisburg too.
I was in G Block, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, J Block, 3rd floor.
And what it is, they eventually moved him because they said he had too much influence. But soon as he got there, I was there for like about a year and a half or something. No matter what, they was trying to pay me to let him be in a cell because they knew I was about to leave, going to a stage, I think 3.
Yep.
But they wanted him on that floor, one of his dudes. No matter what, though, is the fact. When he had just got moved there, but he wasn't on the compound too long because they said he had too much influence, and I think this was like in 2010, I think. So that lets you know right there, he was only on the compound for like maybe 2 years. You think they about to have him in sitting around for 5 years in some jails? In some jail, he was in the feds for 2 years, from 2008 to 2010 before he went to the SMOOP program. So you think he about to sit 3 years in any jail pending to take a plea? That's 3 years.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. They had him sitting, waiting, pretrial detainee.
For 3 years.
Right.
I'm letting you know. Me, I always do calculation. Because I don't think he took that deal until 2007, 2008. Late 2007, 2008. But no matter what, like you said, a lot of stuff try to misconstrue our mind. But like you said, I cut you off about that. Like you said, we ain't never seen no paperwork. Right. But I don't think he was down in 2005. But no matter what you saying, like you said, he supposed to have took a deal for 30 years. In 30 years, they said, they showed his paperwork where they took 3 years off of his sentence.
Accepts no responsibility? He went to trial, didn't he?
No, he took a 30 year. Yeah,
right,
he took a 30 year.
So he got the acceptance of responsibilities.
No, it was a mandatory 30 years.
Oh, he don't get no acceptance of responsibility.
No, they reduced his time for something. I forget what it was. It could have been health reasons. I don't know. They reduced his time to it went from 360 months to 324. That's 200. I mean, that's 27 years though. No matter what, that's 27 years. You got to think. From 2005 to 2024, that's 19 years. No matter what.
All right, so he would have still had another 7, roughly.
I'm gonna let
8.
you. You got to think. If you got 20 years, you're doing 17 years with it getting all your good time. All your good
without
time.
Getting in trouble.
And for the SMOOP, you had to lose some good time.
You losing points to get that smooth.
Yeah, you had to lose some good times.
And what a smooth is the special management housing unit where you in the room 23 hours a day, come out for rec 1 hour a day.
5 days a week, because a weekend you in that cell 24 hours a day.
5 days a week.
And that was another thing that's meant to destroy you, because I'm gonna let you know they'll put you in the cell with somebody that's want to be gunning.
Or a weirdo.
They go, like you said, somebody that's not mentally stable. They go put you in the cell with somebody that's messing around, don't want to take showers.
Yep.
They go put you in there, somebody that don't want to clean up behind themselves. They go put you in the cell with somebody that's a fag.
Yeah. They'll try you.
Like I said, if they know a man and a female can't do 23 and 24 hours a day, why they gonna try to force 2 men to be in the same cell 23 and 24 hours a day? Like I said, they know they setting somebody up for disaster.
See, now when I got there, it was crazy because it was a little brother from Kansas City named Baby Psych. And he's from Oklahoma, correction. And he had lost his mind off the K2, which is common in there. I never did drugs. So I always thought it was crazy that people could do that little bitty piece of paper, be high out their mind. But moving forward, the dude lost his mind. They put him in a cell, the little dude named Ra from Memphis. We all was in a hole in Florence. So I seen him. We telling Ra like, bro, don't take that dude in the cell. He messed up. He was out of it. As soon as they put him in the cell, him and Ra get to fighting. Long story short, they was mad because it was almost time for the shift change. So the lieutenants and the COs brought him a move. They fucked him up, kept fucking him up, kept writing him up, doing a bunch of bullshit to get him in the smooth. So boom, fast forward, now he on his way to the smooth. I'm on my way to the smooth. They make us sellies. So it's cool. I ain't no oppressor, nor am I a bully. Long as he stay in this lane, cool. I can sell with anybody, even a bear. As long as you don't do nothing to make me put you in your place, we straight. And he stunk, but I knew his mind was gone. So I would talk to him versus being radical with him. Brother, come on, go and take the shower when they do the shower call, get you the hygiene. He could draw real well, got him all this arts and crafts stuff. No, when it's time to cell rotate, his crazy kick in, because he already crazy. He sit in bed all day with his legs crossed, Indian style, and just draw abstract art type crazy shit, reflections of his mind. So he don't want to pack his stuff. You know how I go when it's time to cell rotate. He don't want to pack his stuff, get the police in. Him again? Oh, man, why don't you fuck him up? I don't jump on people for the police. You fuck him up. That's what you here for. I'm not doing it. So, like you said, they'll do that because they see my jacket, got aggression on it and all that, coming all the way back from CCA. So now they like, oh, we going to have him jump on him, which is how they do it, how they rob Peter to pay Paul, kill two birds with one stone, put a knife in the cell and everything. Wrote us both up. I wasn't even in the smooth, but a couple weeks, I got a knife shot. And took the commissary, that's the first thing they take. Yep. Something you need. Took good time and all that. And it's just crazy how they operate. They evil and they nefarious. So when I became political, which led to this point right here, my fight with them became intense. Where they just was like, they kept me in the smooth, bro, from 2018 to 2022.
4 years?
4 years and some change. 2018 August to 2022 November 2nd. And out of that 4 and some change, give or take, years, I got from 2020 to 2022 clear conduct. Yet they can't explain why I was held captive that long.
They ain't never sent you to Florence?
It wasn't regular. It wasn't like it was no more. It wasn't a step down no more. It was just regular. I was at Florence. I went to the smooth Lewisburg from Florence.
They had me all three of them. They had me first. It was a Louisiana smooth program. Then they sent me to Florence. Then they sent me to Lewisburg. Then they sent me back to Florence. And
See, they closed the Florence smooth down. They had only the Lewisburg smooth over. Then they closed Lewisburg down. The Washington Lawyers Committee and the Lewisburg Prison Project, Marshall Project, they got together. They shut Lewisburg down. They opened Thompson, Illinois smooth. So now I'm on the very first bus from Lewisburg to Thompson. Now, mind you, in order to be a smooth failure, me and you know you have to have 24 or more consecutive months of messing up and not completing the program.
No, I thought it was 18 to 24.
24 months. Remember, they changed the program.
Oh, no, I ain't know that.
They changed the program from 3 years to 9 months. So when they made the program a 9-month program, you had to be there 24 straight months messing up. I was only there from August, matter of fact, September 4th to 2018 to July 19th, 2019. And they sent me to Thompson as a smooth failure. Now think about that. That's less than a year I was at the smooth. This is where the fight became intense at when I became political with them. They sent me straight there, brother. New Smooth.
Yeah, in Illinois. I know what you're talking about because
Right.
they was trying to buy that before I got.
So now moving forward, the mindset of those officers there was we gonna be worse than Lewisburg.
That's what they trying to do. Like you said, they trying
to outdo them.
And not just that, they trying to break you all mentally.
And physically. They was
I'm talking about that's what it is. They trying to, like you said, bully. Because first of all, you behind that door. Only time you ain't behind that door, you in handcuffs. Therefore, like you said, they trying to, like you said, break y'all.
Yep.
Because they trying to let y'all know. Like you, anytime they either go hire you in that suicide blanket, and chains, like you said, or they gonna have you in that steel concrete blade.
4 points.
Yeah,
They kept me in 4 points for 5 months. I mean, not 5 months.
5 days.
5 days straight, 4 points, bro. From October 2nd, 2019 to October 7th, 2019, which in episode 4, you can see the video of them coming to get me from the cell and take me to the restraint cell.
See, that's what you were supposed to be trying to get yourself together mentally, because you was always supposed to be trying to have them charged with a civil suit, because that's what you're supposed to try to break them down. Oh, you did?
I filed a civil suit. I became nice with civil law. I didn't see a lot of people go at them combatively through physicality. I went with the mind.
Yeah.
And I learned civil law. I got with dudes that was real versed with the science of civil law, and it took me a few years, and I beat them. I won a summary of judgment.
What you filed? A claim against
I filed the FTCA, Federal Tort Claim Act.
That's what I said. Claim against
gross negligence, cruel and unusual treatment, deliberate indifference, and several other outlining things that I filed.
How much did you request? How much you asked for?
In the beginning, I only asked for $50,000 because I didn't want to go to the court level. And you know, on the institution level, the limit is 50. And at the time, I wasn't trying to get into no law. I just want to write it up. Y'all see the proof, cut me a check. No, they wasn't jacking that. So I had to learn the law, which was Allah's plan, which brought me right here today. Because yet, if I didn't know the law,
Alhamdulillah,
Rabbil Alameen, I wouldn't have wanted to advocate for the men still there.
That's good though. You got paid the $50,000?
No, they gave me 10% of that.
$5,000.
But I settled. And the only reason I settled because as a rookie, I put in there nominal damages. And you know what nominal damages is. That means they could just give you an award of $1. Well, you got nominal damages in your language of your suit. So when the attorney that they placed on the case for purposes of settlement discussions, a guy out of Chicago, Illinois, he like, look, we can go. You got a great chance of winning, but you also got a great chance of only winning $1. Because the summary judgment was already won, and
your favor.
It was in my favor. So, all right, cool. So I weighed my options. I'd rather win than lose. And at the end of the day, my mission is complete. I didn't do it at this point for monetary value. Now it was become a staple in the law book. Because as you know, with law, win or loss, you going in the law book and your case will be cited and your name will live on. So now, Delaware versus United States of America, I won the summary of judgment. So now, and brothers that's coming behind me might go through that same oppression. If they smart and they look up they Seventh Circuit case laws, they'll see like, damn, this brother won on these grounds.
That's like you said, if they place it in there, because sometimes they don't be disclosing a lot of information.
And that's crazy that you said that, because where I got Judge Ian D. Johnston was the district judge presiding over my civil suit. He quoted in the Rodney O. McIntosh versus the United States, which was another smooth Thompson, Illinois case. He quoted in there where the camera footage is visible, the courts must take what's depicted on that footage as true and factual, and nothing else. So now when I use that same thing, the same exact language, and quoted him and told him, quote unquote, what you said, when he ruled on mine, his ruling, when he gave his language was vague. He didn't want to say too much. He spoke very vaguely.
That's because, like you said, he didn't want to show too much in your favor that you wanted to show. Like, I got y'all by the balls.
He didn't want to get that much law up.
But one thing about it, like you said, if everything in your favor, quit playing games. Like I said, I'm going to tell you, that's what the real root of it is. Too many people against you because of what you just said, too. That attorney wasn't really with you. He was just trying to discourage you from really trying to take it against.
And I had to check him several times. I told him I got to this point because of me.
You ain't never lied.
It's just the settlement discussions to make sure the check can get scratched off on, dude. Because he was doing stuff that was throwing me off.
I'm going to let you know, like I said, they try to deter you from really accomplishing your whole interests and desires. Because the one thing about it, you already know, like you said, they took me through too much, and I'm letting them know, like you said, I'm serving my purpose, and I'm trying to prevent other people from getting played like I got played. That's what you have intentions on accomplishing. And like I said, every person got to be able to try to stand up for the ones who didn't stand up before you, because there's too many ones that get treated the same one, but they ain't had a heart, the desire, and the mind frame about standing up, so therefore other people don't mess around and get drugged through the mud like they getting drugged through the mud. Sorry to say, it's too many lost minds. And like you said, you got to bring out the shine. That's what you got to do. And I encourage you to stay focused and bringing that desire to the front. Like you said, I ain't giving up, because I'm going to let you know, it ain't just about that. It's a lot of other things because of your case. It's a lot of other things that with your case that you probably weren't supposed to get that much time that you got that time too, because that's what you did with that case. You took a plea when y'all told your attorney wasn't really trying to work for you.
And then the Grand Prairie, the Department of Sentencing and Computation Center, they miscalculated my sentence, so I did more time than I was supposed to. I was sent to 113 months. So I got locked up in 2013. I got out 2024, added up.
That's 11 years.
Right, now.
You said you got
113 months, that's 9 years, 5 months. I got locked up in 2013. Boom. So now my sentencing credit started at the instant
But it depends
offense.
on how much time they took from you from good time.
Now, before we even get to any of that, I had state time. So from November of 2013 to May of 2014, that's dead time because I took the plea to get my state stuff out the way. Went to Lucasville, they came and got me. The marshals took me to CCA in May. So from November to May, that's dead. Everything in the middle.
No.
They said once you take a sentence, you can't serve time. The law said, no, I looked
You was in one thing about it, anytime you in federal custody.
I went in their custody first.
You said you was in CCA.
No, I said they took me to CCA from Lucasville in May.
Yeah,
I was out on bond. The feds grabbed me. Man, I was out on bond for like 5 cases. So I had that situation going.
But where you was at though?
In the state.
No, I'm talking about, you said that you was out on bond from when? When they come get you?
They got me October 30th.
Okay, October. That's your time.
They revoked the bond. The warrant got executed. My lawyer called me to the office like, you got a federal warrant. What you gonna do? I stayed free. I ran still. So when they caught me, boom, October 30th, they ended up sending me to the county. Boom. Now I'm waiting on. I still got to deal with the shit that was on the docket. Right. So
with the state or the Fed?
State.
Oh.
I ain't even start the Fed situation. I never even.
One thing that I'm surprised. Go ahead. I'm surprised the feds ain't come get you because you already had a warrant for your arrest with them.
Because they knew that I was finna get this time. So now by me, I could have prolonged it, but I wouldn't be able.
No, you could have. One thing about it, you're supposed to always try to have your state time wait because the feds always like to run their time.
Supersede.
No, they always like to run their time consecutive to the
Right.
state. They want you to do your state time before you want your foot, because they don't never. The state will run your time concurrent with the feds. The feds like to run their time consecutive to the state.
Yep. So my lawyer, like Janet Burnstead, was like, I give him a sweetheart deal, but he got to take it now. And I had like 5 cases, man, all drugs, heroin cases, shit like that. 11 months, because you finna go get all this time in the feds and you done for everything. So I took the 11, but I mashed the gas on my lawyer to get on the marshal ass to come get me before I even get done with any, like, a mass amount of that time. And that's what they did. I went down in November. They came and got me in May and sent me to CCA. I never saw the state again. So, moral of the story, that time, cool. I don't get that November to May. I don't get that. Okay. Matter of fact, November to October, because my time the time wasn't finished. It didn't go final till October. So now I ain't on the clock for the state no more. So from November to October, dead time, cool. I still get time credit from when I sit before I got the bond. After I bonded out, boom, I don't get no more time on my bond. When I get caught before I go to sentencing, I get that time. All that time is what they miscalculated. The time before the bond and the time after I got captured again. Before I went to sentencing. You know what I'm saying? Because once you go to sentencing, it stopped because you took a plea. Yeah. And that's where they fucked up. But when I got out, I could have pursued it and got on it, but it exceeded the time limit. The 2-year time limit to file the civil suit. You got 24 months.
It depends on about the time limit that you became aware of. Because like you said, if it's something that you was never aware of, right, that's what you're supposed to have to try to get the full clarification about, because this is your first time. You ain't became aware of it until you got out that you was, like you said, withheld your full amount of time. Right. Because of, like you said, when you in jail, you got limited resources. Right. And therefore, it's hard for you to be able to get the real calculation about everything that's going on, because you don't have the capabilities to be able to understand everything. But when you get out and you on the other side, you be able to do more understanding and be able to do more research to find out exactly everything related to your situation that you're trying to fully understand. And that's what you, like you said, you make that a real objective to try to see, did I get played? Oh, man, they played me. And like you said, first of all, that's just like saying, if you did over your time, you just got over your time. So how could you say that's over 2 years?
Because I was filing in there already. I kept challenging it.
But one thing about it, though, you just now went over your time, though.
Yeah, I just was like, it was too convoluted trying to navigate it. And
the reason why I say that, but you just now went over your time. The question is, it's the possibility that you could be getting paid like $200 or $300 a day. Yeah. That's what you got to look at. That's what you got to look at. You could be getting paid for that time that you, extra time, you did. Because like you said, every dollar count right now.
Yeah, I want it.
For real, man. The free money is food for to be trying to, no, I'm cool on. Because guess what? Time ain't gonna wait for nobody. And who got time to give away? That's part of your life.
Yeah, I definitely was pissed. I fought it from the minute I got locked up, because I'm like, you know, you got to wait for your outlet.
You got to make sure, though. You got to make sure about, also, you got to make sure about, you got to count the time that you lost for them violations.
Everything I was calculating was without jail time credit. This was just, without, good time. This was just specifically prior custody credit that I was dealing with.
I'm going to let you know, anytime you want to sit down, I'd be more than glad to try to help you, because keep this in mind. 2 is always better than 1. Yeah. Because of one thing about it, that's sorry to say what we don't never do. We don't try to, we try to get somebody that can be able to assist us when sometimes a person can see something that you probably can't see, or somebody can be able to try to, like you said, basically help transform something into a bigger issue to be able to, like you said, go head on with them. Because right now, like you said, it's you against the world. And I'm going to tell you, like you said, man, you got too many people that's against you, meaning you got them attorneys against you, you got them judges against you. And guess what? It's 2.5, meaning you got judges, attorneys, and everybody is a half there, mess around and appoint you an attorney, but the attorney be halfway with you, be halfway against you. So that's a half. And like you said, sometimes they be trying to manipulate you and persuade you just to be able to work with them, because they, like I said, they not about to sacrifice their whole career for you or nobody else, because they still, after your case is over with, they got to go back in front of them same judges and work with them same prosecutors and everything else. And at any time, they rub elbows with them, whereas though, yeah, you give me a conviction, I'm going to help you out. I don't want to make this judge mad, because next time this judge could get us around and do something that's going to get my license suspended. All that type of stuff. They don't never want to mess around and get on this judge's bad side, to get on this prosecutor's bad side. Like you said, man, I'm going to let you know. They be playing that fake phony game, and that's why I let them know. Me, I try to, like you said, just like right here, them books, I be trying to get the full concepts of some things. I try to take my time. Sometimes I'll be messing around, especially when I got 2 children, him and then he got a little sister, but I got 5 children altogether. My other ones is adults.
That's your youngest baby.
No, he got a little sister that's 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You ain't playing.
Hey, no, I'm gonna let you know what it is. Some people be having plans for you,
right? Right.
That's what it is.
People plans for you.
Yeah, because somebody was scouting me and I ain't even know. Somebody was scouting me.
Report.
Yeah, they was scouting me because, like you said, somebody know about me, heard about me, or whatever. They be scouting you, and you ain't even paying them no attention. And not just that, she seen me with my grandbaby. She said, "I know you ain't had no baby on me." I said, "What? Who is you?" I don't even.
Right.
Man, no. Anyway, but. No matter what, like you said, I had a job for the city of Cleveland. I was working for the city of Cleveland, was doing stuff that they weren't supposed to be doing. They violated their policy and procedures, but I got to learn and understand it. So I learned about my job. Then I got to learn that my supervisor wasn't doing the job, so I got to saying something to him about it. He wasn't doing the job, so I went to his supervisor. He wasn't correcting him. So I went to his supervisor's jobs. So they started.
They got you out of there.
That's what it was.
Too many feathers.
That's what it is. I'm gonna let you know.
Hold on, he's too smart.
That's what it was. I'm gonna let you know.
Out of here.
I got to going all the way up to. I'm gonna let you know. I started understanding the politics. That dude, Justin Bibbs, he's a sellout. A lot of these, I'm gonna tell you, predominantly all the politics ain't nothing but sellouts, man. I'm gonna let you know. They ain't for nothing else about us. It's about me. And when anytime they take away the we and turn it to a me, then that's when they against us. They ain't with us. I expose them. I expose them. Like, yeah, I did my research. I paid attention to how you did this. And I let them understand, listen, I paid close attention to everything that you do. You ain't faking and lying to me. You keeping us down instead of trying to lift us up, because you got in that position and just try to say, throw up the middle finger for everybody who helped you get in that position or who gave you their vote. I'm going to tell you right now, pay attention to all them councilmen and all that, because watch, ain't none of them trying to benefit us in no form or fashion.
They never have.
But I don't fault them. I fought us, because guess what? What is we doing about it? Yeah. What is we doing about it? And I said the reason why Trump is in office, because Allah Almighty putting us in the force move. The force move is to bring us together as unity. Because right now, females feel as though they don't need a man, and the men ain't being respected because of right now, they demasculating the man and they masculating the females. So all the females want to be men and all the men want to be females. Nah, that's what it is. Come on now. They like I said, everything when we was growing up that was right is wrong now, and everything that was right when we was growing up is wrong now.
That was real, man. Everything that was wrong when we was growing up is right, and everything that was right when we was growing up is wrong.
You ain't never lied. They don't want you to put your hands on your children to get them in line because you don't want them to mess around and make a lot of the bad decisions that you done made in life. So you trying to correct them at a younger age, but guess what? No, you can't. Call 696 kids. Everything that they trying to prevent us from doing to discipline our children, to school them, to teach them, they don't want them to do it. And them schools ain't teaching them nothing.
You said something on the phone earlier. You said because of that about the teaching. You said,
I said, it ain't what you teaching them. It's what they. I said, children ain't getting taught. I mean, you can't get mad at what they getting taught. I mean, kids ain't getting you can't get mad at what they being I mean, when kids ain't learning right because they ain't getting teach right. That's what it is. That's what
deep. Kids ain't learning right
because they ain't
getting teach right. And that's deep, man. It's a different culture now. Whereas we had to do our work and everything before we go outside, do our chores and everything, homework, before we can go outside and play. Now you got the kids, there ain't no such thing as homework. They got phones at 2, 3 years old. They talk back to their parents. The parents ain't even parents no more, they friends. And it reflect within the culture that we live in now with the kids and just the whole.
But how many role models do you see them with, though? How many role models? I mean, right now they looking up to these stars. And one thing, a true role model is the ones that's taking care of you every day because of, guess what? They the ones who invest in their whole entire life to make sure that you got everything you need. And sorry to say, them the ones you get the less credit to. Them the ones you get a less credit to. You thinking about people that's on TV, ain't doing nothing for you. How is you thinking of giving them credit for something and they ain't helping you not one bit? But hey, different stroke for different folks.
I'm going to speak on this other situation before we leave because we running out of time. It was this, I got some dudes from the Cliffview area, so a good dude of mine, a little dude named Bodacrest, he called me because he never been to the feds, and he like, it's an individual from Alcoy who supposedly, allegedly, supposed to be hot. So I'm like, yeah, I heard this before, this ain't nothing new, but I haven't seen nothing. So he say, well, I told him, we having a paperwork party, bring your paperwork on Ivanhoe and Euclid to the smoke shop. This is one of their people on that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I said, but I don't really, I ain't jacking that because if you in questioning, it's a possibility that you wicked, you fucked up, you hot. I don't want to see your paperwork on the street because it can be tampered with. I would like to see you send it from the joint because you can't get no good tampered paperwork in, and those that do it go bad for them. So I told him, bro, all right, he's saying he got all this paperwork and he bringing it. All right, cool. But me personally, I wouldn't want to see it because, one, you in question. So my man gonna look at it on a biased level. Because I don't know if you hot for real or not, because I heard it with my own ears too from a dude that's on the conspiracy. So they had a big thing about that or whatever, and it was said to me that the dude, homeboy came, was like, damn, well, when we went to court with you, or such and such went to court with you, the judge said the only reason you ain't getting life because you cooperated. Now, in my mind, with the limited knowledge that I have of criminal law, a judge can't say that on open record, that a statement like that, can it?
I don't know. You can always try to request a citizen transcripts if that was during the sentencing. Because
right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If that was said in the courtroom, that's in the sense. Now, that brings me to this. If that's in your paperwork, you're not going to survive in no joint because the judge is saying you told.
But he ain't going to never get them sentencing transcripts, though.
Them ones?
He ain't gonna never get them because if somebody said that, he would have made it a priority to get that.
To get that omitted.
He'd have made it a priority. You got to pay for them citizen transcripts. You got to pay for them.
You get one copy free.
Not sentencing transcripts.
When you about to go, when you first come in, you get a copy free.
Not sentencing transcripts. I ain't never get no sentencing transcripts.
I got one probably because you got a big conspiracy. You might got to think yours gonna be longer. Yeah, you went to trial.
Yeah.
I got my only set free.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you get one set free, and after that you got to pay. I got it through the Sixth Circuit courts. I took a plea, but I still wanted all my work. You know what I'm saying? I got everything.
That's because you can appeal something in case you appeal for ineffective assistance of counsel or something.
And I did a direct appeal, which comes with it once you take a plea if you want to challenge something.
Yeah.
I did a direct appeal, but also just for the purposes of them respecting my briefcase, what I call it. I had my sentence transcript. I had my summary of judgment. Oh, well, not summary of judgment. What is it called?
Judgment and commitment. What?
No, not the judgment of commitment. What is it?
What pre-sentence?
With the prosecutor when they try to damn, what the fuck is that thing called, man?
You said your summary judgment. You said
Summary,
that judgment and commitment. You said that one.
Summary of plea or some shit like that.
Your plea agreement.
I had a plea agreement, but it was a prosecutor's plea summary or something like that. And I had my plea summary. I had to try to find it and look, but I had all kind of shit, like more than you needed.
You trying to make sure so don't nobody.
I cross my T's and dot my I's, and I come in. I just any celly I had, I always leave it on their bed and everything.
It's the purpose. You trying to make sure I'm identifying myself, and therefore I want you to let you be able to understand who I'm dealing with, who I'm around in my cell as well. It's about, like you said, it's about mutual having a respect for one another, and I don't want to be around somebody that's somebody that I can gotta look over my shoulder or I feel uncomfortable being around. I agree with you 100%.
So I told my little dude, like, well, why speculate when the person that's on that conspiracy with the dude, we just call him, you know, because he had the phone where he was at. So we called CCA. Well, not called him, but called my man's phone. I had his number. And I'm like, well, damn, Kev, what happened? So he said in front of my little dude, Bodie, like, I pulled up on the individual at the exclusive bar and asked him, like, damn, what happened? He said, because you called me, asked me to come to your daughter's party, and I'm going to bring my daughter. Next thing you know, I got a federal case, and they asking me about me selling you 5 ounces. He say, I ain't telling myself, and only me and you knew that we had that going on, so how they know? And I'm like, damn, okay, I get your drift, what you saying. He saying, but he was never able to get the concrete evidence showing that he told, but he saying, this is what happened. So now with that being said, he like, man, basically just go down to the Fed building and you can get the paperwork.
I don't think you can. You got the freedom of information, but
you gotta go to FOI.
Yeah, you gotta request it. You gotta request it from the FOI.
Right.
But one thing about it, a lot of his name go. The person who said that go. You can read it, and it'll match up to the person. Meaning so and so and so and so, and you could be able to take out and try to say how you know this person is him, because it's gonna be a lot of person identifications of the way. Meaning the person who it is they gonna take that person's name out, so it's gonna be blanked out, so you can't see it.
You can come up to a conclusion.
Yeah, exactly.
Through the event chain of events.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's why I just left it at that. Like, y'all just get the paperwork.
But this is something he should have been did, because the one thing about it, you always want to make sure you ain't putting out, like you said, no false statement or trying to make, like you said, putting some bad papers on somebody without having
lost their life.
Yeah, exactly. You want to have some concrete evidence to be able to prove it. And that's the same thing I did when I said this dude told on me, he ain't get on the stand. I went to go get the paperwork. I said, how I know? Because this the only person that was in this jail, and he was in this jail. It said he was in Euclid. This the only person who was in this jail. And it was in 2005, and I only had the phone. He said he had a phone in my name. I only had the phone in it's 3 people, that my name, this other dude, and his name. He the only one that was in jail during this time. So I know he said that.
Right.
Therefore, guess what? Yeah, everybody said, but his name ain't on. I said it got blanked out. Y'all can do what y'all want to. That dude hot as a firecracker. And I said, Seagull, he better stay away from me. He know what's up. Man, I'm gonna let you know. I don't play no.
Yeah.
I don't play no games, man.
Here you're supposed to. Not
I don't
like
play
that.
no games. You play with somebody else. You play with little kids. Don't play with me, man.
Right.
I'm serious about, man. I stick strong. I stick strong. I don't play no games, man. Like I said, if you can't wear the shoes, don't put your foot in it, man. Stand up, be a man. If you mess around and get your hand caught in the cookie jar, own up to everything that you mess around, got yourself caught up in, man. Hey, too many people be messing around trying to be men, but they mouses.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing too. So everybody know, if you make the accusation that somebody is a rat, they hot, they ain't no good. If we stick in the federal law, you got 30 days. The person that made the accusation has 30 days to prove that the said individual is no good. You must get the proof, meaning the paperwork, documentation that shows that this individual cooperated or was a part of third-party cooperation. And if you don't get that paperwork within them 30 days, that's your ass. And if the person that you put that accusation on don't do nothing, that's his ass for not doing nothing. So that's both of y'all ass. Because he's a sucker for letting you do it, and you fucked up for almost getting the man killed. So that's just for y'all that don't know how serious that accusation of them 3 letters is. Hot. You would die, you would lose your life behind them 3 letters. So, y'all dudes out here trying to play like y'all federal or like y'all with that shit, man. If you ain't really with all that, leave it alone. If you with it, I salute you. Go all the way with it. Make sure your area cool. Make sure the people in your section check out. Because it's a whole lot of, like he said, what's wrong is right now. There's a lot of rats running around in the streets. Me personally, I don't chase it because I don't feel like it'll be conducive to what direction I'm going in life. So I'm not finna kill a lot of these snitches or these people from all these areas. So I just leave them alone, stay away from them, keep them away from me. But, more power to the people that's on that. I salute you, but if you're going to go all the way and make sure you're going the right way. And that was the purpose of this episode, man, just to give y'all the rundown on how I go on the federal level, not the state level when it comes to 5K1, which is substantial government assistance, and Rule 35B, which is outside government substantial assistance. My guest here today is the brother Red Muhammad Dai, who was the head of his Dirty 30 conspiracy in his hood. He's somebody, if you ain't in the loop and don't know what's going on outside of y'all little hoods. Red is definitely somebody from the projects. It's an honor and privilege to have this dude on my show and to make him a part of the show. And he's Muslim, so that make him my brother. Fisi be Allah. It's all love. I appreciate you.
I appreciate it. Humble
and
a
your
lot.
son for coming. It's my little man. And I look forward to continuing to build with you. And moving forward with the next installment, it was great that we was able to end season 1 with you moving forward, making you a part of this going forward. The next upcoming season, we'll be there from the beginning.
Inshallah, and then like you said, I want you to continuously pushing everything forward and try to, like you said, continuously elevate yourself in all different type of levels, because of right now what you're trying to do is benefit as many people as you can, and like I said, you're trying to serve a greater purpose. Allah Almighty has got you and He guide you in the right direction. I encourage you to continue to stay focused and continue to give yourself that positive drive, because you got work to do and it takes time and it's a good state of mind, but it's a lot of people that's going to try to slow you down, hold you down, and bring you down. Only thing about it, you just got to keep yourself one step at a time, one day at a time. You don't need to rush it. Just stay focused, bro, because I'm going to let you know, through the will of Allah, only Allah Almighty can hold you back and slow you down. So like you said, inshallah, brother, you're going to reach the greater heights that a lot of people wish they can ever reach. So, Shaquan, I appreciate for you to have me here, and I appreciate being able to
F1,
be
Jazakallah.
here to be able to provide good conversation, good time collective with you for this broadcast, and I appreciate the love that you embraced me with too, brother. Thank you very much.
Always,
I appreciate
man.
it, brother.
Always. You know, out of the projects, 30th is my favorite project, first and foremost. I got a lot of homegirls down there that I mess with. Big Niecy, well, she's small now. Nakia. What's my girl name? Was it Talisa?
Talisha, yeah.
That's my girl. And it's a Big Booba. That's my girl, Booba. You know, shout out to 30th, man. 30th was always good to me, man. Big shout out to the D3O. Shout out to my man Watts at BK Watts for this studio, for his expertise, his insight, his great production work. Shout out to my man at EC Ray Jr. Shout out to Fred Ward, the big homie, man, for everything he do. My man BJ from the If These Walls Could Talk movement. Shout out to the real Free Ray Rick Ross for coming to the city, lending this insight. Shout out to my man L Boogie with his movement with the EC3, the plays that they got going on, lynched, and the wrongfully convicted movement they have. Shout out to the homegirl Stony. If I'm missing anybody, man, you know, blame my mind and not my heart, because there be a lot of things going on in my mind, million things at once. So again, thank everybody. Even if I didn't mention your name, tell you from the heart I appreciate you. For the guests that I wasn't able to get on this season, you'll for surely be on the next season. My man Dave Patterson, my man Head, the homegirl Silka, on Instagram at Silka, and everybody else. So my man, the Pimp Good Game, shout out to Pookie Duke, man. You know, he had a death in his family, so he wasn't able to make it. My attorney, Marcus Sidoti, was caught up in trial, so he wasn't able to make it today. But, you know, shout out to everybody. And that's a wrap, man. Thank you all for tuning in, for adding me, for those that did subscribe, for 15 and 2,000 some people that viewed, helping me get my viewership up. I appreciate you. Continue to add me. Continue to pass the word along, because I'm here for y'all. I don't do this for me. You know, I don't get paid to do this. I pay out my pocket to do this and get an insight up that I'm giving up. So again, if you having problems with civil suits or even non-criminal matters, you know, the good brother Red is well versed with the criminal law. You know, we more than willing to aid and assist anybody looking for some help, whether it's for you or a family member. Hit me up in my DM. You know, I'll forward the message to Red or connect y'all however it need to go. But as long as we all we got, then we all we need, man. Again, thank everybody, man. It's a wrap.
The guys in your pictures ain't really with you. Real talk, that's when you really get richer. Really get richer. Really get richer. When you realize them guys in your pictures ain't really with you. That's when you really get richer. Really get richer. Really get richer. When you realize them guys in your pictures ain't really with you. Real talk, that's when you really get richer. 80 degrees, palm trees, silk tees, chains on freeze, just to even out the breeze. Yachts and jet skis, bad bitches and threes just flew